Business Innovation Center, which I brought to Fall River a couple years ago, is designed to be a co-working space, a maker space, and an education center. And we've been reaching out and participating with local schools on STEAM programs, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. That led us to meeting a very large community of educators and people making things happen in Fall River. A Minimakers Fair is kind of like a science and technology fair with an arts and music festival as a sandwich with all kinds of groovy stuff in the middle, designed to inspire young and old kids that love to make things and do things. You're gonna see trucks and technology stuff and a lot of people having a lot of fun, mostly a lot of fun. You're gonna see robots, there's a guy with a hovercraft, we've been flying a drone around. I believe that a Minimaker Fair is a perfect opportunity for Fall River to bridge its past with its future. What we make in Fall River will make Fall River. And there's a rich heritage here of makers and doers, and now we have all this new technology that's evolving, and this type of an event is a bridge between the cultural heritage of being a maker community to the next generation of makers that will involve technology, which seems to be growing at an exponential rate.
Well, my mom and my stepdad works at a store called Treasure Chest. We party plan, and we also provide party supplies. And we're got cotton candy machines and popcorn machines, and we're selling balloons.
Is this a fun event?
It's awesome.
It's
lit.
Awesome.
Today we have the Bristol Community College STEM Club, as well as the engineering department and the CIS department, all hosting a variety of different activities for students and anybody coming to the Maker Fair today. Our goal is to encourage people to do hands-on interactive things and show them how much fun they can have doing all these different types of challenges. Having our students participate in a Maker Fair or any kind of an outreach activity, it allows them to demonstrate the skills that they've been learning and show them to other students. What that does is it helps them to have confidence in their skill sets and what they're doing, and it also allows them to give back to the community. The STEM Club, as one of their key aspects that they're focused on this year, is giving back to the community and community involvement.
Okay, so here at the Minimaker Fair we have two tables. One is just for the STEM Club and one's for the CIS BCC program. I'm the president of the STEM Club and also the student trustee, and we just came here to show off some of the projects we've been working on and try to excite some kids on robotics and quadcopters.
I, in the BCC STEM Club, we're presenting robots we've designed, VEX robots. We have two types. We have one with a clamp on it, which is open and close, and the other one is an autonomous robot, which uses sonar sensors in the front to detect obstacles. So it uses the sonar, the information it gets from the sonar to determine where it should move left or right, and it moves on its own. Really cool stuff.
At today's event, we have three different activities going on. At the CIS table, they have an opportunity to play with the Makey-Makeys, which allows them to use a simple circuit board to create games. They can also use Kodu. At the STEM Club, they are hosting VEX robots, so they can play around and try out how a VEX robot runs. And at the engineering table, we're doing mini challenges. And so the students are trying, or the kids are trying to build a simple machine to do a pop fly. STEM careers are popular for a couple of different reasons. One, employers are looking for people, individuals who can problem solve, who have good math and science skills. Those are very transferable. And so when you're talking about southeastern Massachusetts, we've got a lot of companies that are in the marine technology field. We are in advanced manufacturing, and we also have a lot of healthcare, which does have a lot of connections to STEM kinds of backgrounds, whether it be research, whether it be science, whether it be math. And so there are jobs, but the bottom line is students who have, if we're trying to help students to understand why they would want to get a career in a STEM field, the bottom line is what STEM allows you to do is it provides you with a lot of flexibility and a lot of creativity So if you're the kind of individual who loves to design, who loves to build things, maybe math wasn't your strongest suit, so you're thinking, oh, I can't do this. The reality is you can. Math is just a tool, and all these other things allow you the creative processes to design and build, and it opens you up to a lot of different career fields. So folks who graduate with a degree in a STEM field can really move into a lot of different industries.
Personally, I want to be a pediatrician. So working the YMCA at the Makers Fair, I get to deal with kids. I love kids. Outreach, then get them to the hard sciences, show them that we do cool stuff too, make robots, show them that we're easygoing. We're not, we don't just hide in the room all day and code, or just do science all day. We're fun. Science is fun. We want to get kids more involved in what we're doing, and hopefully get them to come to our school when they get older.
So participating in this event will help me with my career goals, because I know that I want to go in engineering. So doing this kind of stuff on my own and bringing it out to the public will work on my own skills and some of my my public relations skills, and show off my projects in the real world.
The advice that my biology teacher gave me before I graduated is to stay broad. So when I was younger, I wanted to be a rocket scientist, but then when I got older, I realized that I was more into biology and chemistry. Once you stay broad, just say you go into biology, you'll find that there's hundreds of different fields within biology, hundreds of different fields within chemistry, hundreds of fields within physics, mathematics, and your mind will continue to explore and wander, and just be open to anything. Don't just go in and have one set goal. It's good to have goals, but be prepared to broaden your horizons, especially in the sciences.
If you have an interest in things in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math, and you want to learn more about the programs that we offer at BCC, you can contact me. My name is Megan Abella Bowen. I'm the Associate Dean for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, and you can contact me by email.
MATE is Marine Advanced Technology Education, and it is an international group of partners that creates opportunities for students from kindergarten and middle school up through community colleges, and gives them a chance to learn about underwater engineering, underwater robotics, and this is for most of the day we've had students come in and kids just play around and move these ROVs through the water. These are all based around STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math. And so really this is an opportunity for a lot of kids to play with underwater robots. It's all very easy to make, and the idea is to expose students at an early age to kind of the wonders of the underwater environment and possible careers that they can do in engineering. The purpose today was to get outreach in the community, get students here, kids of all ages, even adults, to come in, play in the pool, see how these underwater robots function, how easy they are to make, really get exposure to MATE, and to give back to Fall River and the surrounding community in Southeast Massachusetts. The big thing is, don't be afraid to try something and not have it work out. Find something that you really enjoy, and if you make a mistake, that's how we learn. One of the things that we always teach people with this underwater robots is that it's very difficult to drive something underwater, but keep playing with it and you'll get better and better. And anything that you're interested in, tinker with it, enjoy it, have fun with it, and find somebody who can guide you into that and follow your passion.
So I have an exhibit on these robots called the Ergobots, which I've hooked up a remote control and an infrared sensor that lets you control the robot from a remote control. So I'm a physics teacher. The robot is for teaching physics and teaching robotics to high schoolers, and you can program it to do all sorts of different things. We go through mazes, we play music, we program it to use sensors. Today, I've set it up with the remote control so that little kids can play with it at the Maker Fair. The robots are a great teaching tool. My students need to program them. They need to think outside the box to solve programming challenges. and they just are a fun device that really brings people in. You can see from all the little kids that want to play with them here at the Maker Fair.
Well, AHA Fall River obviously is an arts and cultural organization, and our purpose is to reinvigorate arts and culture in the city and make arts and culture accessible to as many people in the city as possible. Our association with the Maker Fair is to provide a presence here and assist with the Makers Fair. The event is really important in the community because it provides access to people to a lot of creative and innovative kind of technology and sorts of things that the children are interested in, and businesses can come here and demonstrate the kinds of products that they have. It's all about making things in Fall River.
Okay, some of the activities that AHA is providing today, we are managing and coordinating the Home Depot section so that young artists and crafters like Anthony can come and get a kit and go across to the Home Depot table and actually build them. We're also coordinating and giving out popcorn, so when people come to the different booths, they get a sticker, they come to AHA, and we're promoting the art, history, and architecture of the city. So we're kind of a resource table for this particular event, but we are coordinating and managing the Home Depot section. And then also, if the kids want to come and draw and color, the Art Association has provided coloring sheets, and the table and chair that the AHA program made with Youth Build, they can sit at a homemade electrical wire table and chair set as well.
Right now I'm here at the Minimaker Fair to showcase my proof of concept for my electric motorcycle, which is a conversion I did of a Kawasaki Ninja. I'm running Nissan Leaf batteries and I have a DC motor, and I get about 70 miles top speed and 38 miles range. And I also charge from here, from underneath the seat. I have the seat right here. And this thing is awesome. It screams, you got instant torque. In addition, I also developed this audio system because a big drawback to electric vehicles is you can't really hear them. And people who buy motorcycles, they want to hear the roar of the engine. So this mimics the sound of an engine, and the whole benefit of this is it's user controlled. So conceivably, you could take the SD card out of the circuit board I made, put in a Star Wars sound effect, put in a Harley Davidson sound effect, whatever you want, you can make your bike sound like it. So that's the real benefit of it. Yeah, so this is just my proof of concept that I use to drive everywhere, and I'm hoping to impress people and hopefully get funding for my company.
I'm here at the Minimaker Fair in Fall River with the STEM Club, and I'm here to represent the Computer Information Systems Department. We have a laptop set up to run our Makeys, along with a Scratch program, which is a free program by MIT, to demonstrate technology for all the young kids that are coming by to visit our stop. So we have several students from our STEM Club. STEM Club stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. They're helping us out with our VEX Robotics, which we happen to host scrimmages and actual tournaments at Bristol Community College for our local middle schools and high schools. And this year we're actually looking to start up a VEX University team. And a lot of different areas in which people can concentrate, such as multimedia, networking, programming. And again, there are a lot of different jobs that are out there. One of the hot areas that is people are looking to fill right now are through security. So again, we have lots of different things that people can focus on and concentrate on in the computer information systems area.
So we're participating in the Minimakers Fair. Glabo, Glamo, and Octopus and I had to zip up to the future, get my PhD and do my dissertation to get my patent on the idea that I have over in Sub C, Section 2, so that I can capitalize on the robotic idea. And Octopus is here to expand his already very highly intellectually charged mind with new ideas. And we also got to meet with the mayor and we talked about some bridge recolorization, right? So Glamo and Glabo, we're very proud of them. They're youth advocates here, reminding everybody that you don't need to wait until you're mind you, geriatric kind of, in order to have an idea. You can wait to sell your idea, but no idea is too soon. You can have your idea now, you can have your idea over Cheerios and whatnot. You can have your idea while you're getting ready for school. You don't have to wait. Oh, right, and Glamo and Glabo are affiliated with Big Nazo out of Providence, Rhode Island, and they work together with the mayor of Fall River and mayors all over the universe in order to make the point about tolerance and diversity and how it's absolutely great to have whatever idea, no matter what you look like when you have your idea or what you look like after your idea has already been germinated and patented and sold and very carefully monopolized across all over corporate America, if you will, or not. Octopus wanted to add to that real quick. And robots have feelings too.
I am participating at the Minimaker Fair by presenting interactive entertainment that really gets kids together and interested in video game programming and hardware. We bring video game hardware and have them take apart controllers, put controllers back together again, and get them really involved in the sciences of video game curriculum. So we provide interactive entertainment and we include a really interesting activity that all the kids love. People love experiences, and the reason why people love video games is because they get to share a common experience with one another. Arcade entertainment is about bringing people together. It's about creating jobs. It's about helping the economy, helping local businesses. I care about bringing people together, and I care about creating a fun, festive atmosphere. And that's what we do here with Arcade Entertainment through arcade events.
So what we have here is the solar webcam. So the camera goes in here. It was taking a photo every 15 minutes of the new Sprague building at BCC. And the whole thing ran on solar. Took 33,000 photos over 2.5 years. So that was pretty cool. And what you see up there, well, what over there was the, it was all mashed together. So of the 33,000, I used 18,000 photos. Made a 4K timeline in Premiere. So it was pretty slick. 150 watts of solar power on board between the two panels, 100 amp hour battery, charge controller, load controller. It was all kind of scrap bits that I had lying around. Now it's looking for a new home.
I'm an artist, community artist from the Narrow Center for the Arts, and I brought my studio here, and I am showing people how I create dyes from natural materials and also how I use raw materials in my teaching instruction when I visit schools like Cuss Middle School, which is where I met these two ladies. They are my interns now, and thanks to a grant from the local cultural council, Fall River, I was able to go in school and teach kids how to understand the community they're living in. All the buildings that are around them actually were working mills at one time, and I brought in raw cotton, raw materials, and showed them how to process these materials and how it spilled into the city of Fall River, and familiarized them with the industry. What I did with the students was I talked to them about ancient dyes that I use, indigo, cochineal, turmeric, and how I use them in my work as a textile artist. And then there's a story about indigo, the blue dye, and cotton that connects us to our American history. Indigo from Africa, cotton from Asia, by way of Africa. And so the kids got to learn this history of colonial America, how cotton landed in this country, how indigo came into this country, how the slave trade was incorporated into the developing economic system that led into the textile industry. Today, we're here at the Minimaker Fair because we are showing the people that have visited what my students have been up to. So we have an array of t-shirts, and the students are engaging with the community here in Fall River, and I'm very proud of them. They're teaching them what I taught them. And it's about textile history in Fall River and how it's connected to colonial history and how history is still in repeating themselves.
I became involved with the Minimaker organization when Chris got in touch with the Narrows. He was hoping that, they'd get somebody involved and help in some way, and I was happy to do that. I've been at the Narrows for about a year now, and I just worked on their festival, so I had some experience with working in a festival fair kind of setting. So I just started coming to the meetings and doing all I could, doing marketing, sending out their press releases. I wrote one of the articles, one of the final press releases for the fair. And I've been here all day, having a lot of fun and working the registration booth and just making sure everything goes smoothly. The Narrow Center for the Arts is all about bringing people together, community, and just entertaining people and benefiting the city in general. And so this fair definitely had a lot to do with that. We had so many people coming out, people who just heard about it in the newspaper, people who have been planning to come and registered online. And it's just a way of bringing the community together and celebrating technology, innovation, entertainment, and that's what the Narrows is also about. So we're just trying to make Fall River better.
So we are curriculum designers. We focus on developing problem-based learning activities that connect science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics to a real problem in the world or in the community. And then what we help schools do is actually figure out how to solve that problem with hands-on devices that they can actually use in their classroom. They're educational appropriate, and they can be used over and over within a school versus a once and done programming. So these are just some of the demonstrations of curriculums that we have won some big national awards with. On the left, we have our Grow It with STEAM curriculum, and what it does is walk students through an ecological issue of how feeding 7 billion people is really a problem. They build an ecosystem, then they learn about different agricultural methods. They might use drip irrigation or hydroponics, aquaponics, all different kinds of systems, and they actually develop a system on their own. This particular one is a 3D printed design where people can develop gardens that can live inside their windowsills to provide some natural food right there in our homes. The next activities is we talk a lot about engineering and circuitry and different types of power. So this particular project is a solar-powered printing design, actually learning how the sun power can be harnessed in a printing activity. We also teach kids about the importance of upcycling. They can build a robot, something like this, out of different mechanical parts, and then you can move from a really basic design like that into some pretty advanced robotics. A lot of schools do Legos, but a lot of Lego robotics, it's a pretty prescriptive curriculum. And so one of the things we really like to encourage schools to do is to do something where kids can design and make something their own, really learning engineering and design. And so we showcase them lots of different designs they could use. My personal favorite right now is Little Bits. There's just so much you can do, grow, and make with it. For higher students, students in like middle school, high school levels, we've helped develop curriculum that uses something called a sea perch design, and it builds an underwater ROV. And what they've done with these is actually help to record some of the issues of ocean debris. And our ocean debris curriculum is the one we're probably most proud of because it is one that it won a $10,000 national award and was used for a huge community-based art show. And what our students did is multiple students in grades 6th, 7th, and 8th, not only did they learn the problem of ocean debris, but they began to use technology to solve it. They studied the difficulty of chemicalizations of our water, and they showcased the problem of coral bleaching using laser cutting and art designs in their class. And then they actually researched the information and they created a laser cut infographic to show people in an artistic way what we're doing that's dangerous for our environment. So helping schools, kids, towns, communities work together to solve a problem in a fun, creative way is what we're all about.
To get out into the community and pass on our message as far as fire safety, and with the upcoming month coming of October, of Fire Prevention Month, it's well worth coming out here, talking to the public, answering any questions they may have regarding smoke detectors, fire alarms, carbon monoxide detectors, or any questions in general. Our message to the young people is always be safe. What we try to strive is, especially now, this year's message is check the date with the smoke detectors. So a lot of the materials that we have that we are giving to the kids, there are some coloring books, stickers that address certain topics such as go low and go, and also if there's smoke, you want to get low and crawl, but also for them to pass on information to their parents or the adults in the household regarding getting out the message that smoke detectors now have a 10-year life cycle. After 10 years, smoke detectors must be replaced. Okay. We get into the preschools, we're in schools, we're in adult daycares and the senior centers, so we try to pretty much cover the whole spectrum of people within Fall River to get out the message to be safe.
The Minimakers Fair is all about making things, and the reason Fall River Innovators Toastmasters is here is because we make things with words. Words represent our ideas, and people need to be able to communicate their thoughts and ideas, and that's what we're all about, is helping people communicate their thoughts and ideas clearly, articulately, and in an engaging way. There are so many benefits for joining Toastmasters from both a personal and professional standpoint. There are opportunities for networking, there are opportunities for building skills that can help in business meetings, business negotiations, job interviews, the list goes on and on. What it means to be a Toastmaster is to be dedicated to continuous self-improvement, enhancing your communication and leadership skills in a friendly and supportive environment, and helping others to do the same. And we at Fall River Innovators Toastmasters have meetings the 2nd and 4th Thursday of the month at the Business Innovation Center, located at 385 Columbia Street in Fall River. We love to have guests. We would love to have anyone who's watching come by, meet us, and learn to be a better speaker and a better leader.
So how do you feel about public speaking? Are you comfortable speaking in front of people? Do you want to develop your communication and leadership skills? A Toastmasters could be the club for you. If you want, you can take a newsletter. We publish our newsletter every month, and it lists our events that we've had. We are a great group of people, kind of like a close-knit family here of all my lovely friends. We speak. We have table topics where we kind of speak off the cuff, which could help you in anything, basically. Job interviews, if your boss asks you a question last minute and you don't know what to say, table topics kind of helps reinforce what you're trying to say. We would love to have you. Guests are welcome. You can just walk in, and I hope that you come and join us.